Hey, what's up guys, it's JoePickle14 here, and welcome back to episode number 2 of my Nintendo Switch Bedrock Minecraft Survival Let's Play. We are back in the beautiful flower forest, and the plains, and the mountains, and the rivers, and the sky, and whatever else. We're back in our amazing world. Of course, first and foremost, I would like to apologize. It has been a while since I've recorded the first episode. Let's just say there were some unforeseen circumstances that prohibited me from getting back to this sooner, but we are back now at least, so I take it or leave it, I guess. But I do apologize for not getting back. So anyways, we are back here now. And I'm recording this the day after the first Nether update snapshot dropped. My goodness, that update looks so good. I cannot wait to actually get my hands on it. It looks so good. But in the meantime, we'll just have to stick with this. I am on version 1.14.20 for some reason. It's displayed as a 20 here on the Switch. I feel like that's a mistake. But it's basically 1.14.2. Mind you, this is Bedrock numbering. So we do have the B update on here, which I mentioned in the first episode. I won't get back into that again today. So in today's episode, we are going to start building our first house because I think building is something I enjoy. So I think it might be a fun idea to start building our first house. So if you remember correctly, or if I remember correctly for that matter, I said I wanted to use this area between kind of this hill and that hill and kind of this, I guess, enclosed area. This is going to be an area I transform into something pretty cool at some point, hopefully. So we're going to definitely stay out of this for right now. And we are going to just build our first house somewhere right over here, I'm thinking. This looks like there's a decent amount of space here. It's pretty flat, and obviously it's clear because, well, there's no stuff, so it's just, yeah, it is what it is. So we will probably be setting up shop right over here, actually. It looks like, yeah, there's my strip mine. I'm sorry, it's actually been a while since I've even played here, of course. So, we're actually pretty low on materials. I had no idea. So we should probably get some glass going on here. So it's going to be a pretty basic house, as you can imagine. I should probably go collect some stone for us to work with. I'm going to try and make this just very basic. I don't want to spend a lot of time collecting materials and smelting it and all this other nonsense. I just want to kind of get something going so we can live in, but it also looks decent. Oh, there we go. We got some coal. Fantastic. I don't think I have any iron yet, which is annoying. It would be nice if I could get some shears, but that'll have to wait, I suppose. So yeah, the new update, the new Nether update looks absolutely amazing. This is honestly, 1.13, the aquatic update, was a very good update. I will say it is probably the most cohesive update I've ever seen in the game. The redstone update, I suppose, back in the day, might have something to say about it, but that was kind of a different thing. That was for the technical player who really understood redstone. I feel like the aquatic update and this upcoming Nether update are really for your core survival or even creative player. I mean, there's so many new blocks that were introduced in both of those updates that I'm talking about. There's just going to be so many huge and amazing building possibilities. Also, I apologize right now that I'm not making any torches. You guys probably can't see anything. But there's going to be so many possibilities for building in this new update. It is going to be absolutely fantastic. I am extremely excited for the new, I guess you could call them wood types. I mean, they're basically new types of wood, but they're blue and like a purplish red. It's really very cool. It is very special and a very unique block, which is going to be really fun to build with, I think. It's just going to lead to some more out there builds. I mean, of course, we have a lot of other blocks that I would consider out there, like prismarine or purpur, or heck, even something like red sandstone. But these blocks are just, because of the fact that they're wood, that means that we've not only got the block itself, but we've got the stripped log variant, we've got the regular log variant, we have the plank variant, we have stairs, slabs, fences, fence gates, doors, trapdoors, signs even. I mean, literally everything else that has a wood variant we now have in these two other types of wood, which is absolutely fantastic. I mean, we haven't had a new type of wood in the game since 1.7, which is, gosh, it's like, it's over 5 years ago. I mean, no, I take that back. It's like, gosh, how long ago did 1.7 come out? 1.9 came out in 15. Yeah, it must be like 7 years ago now that we had our last new wood type. So it's really been overdue for a new wood type. So this is very cool to get two very fantastical, I guess, for lack of a better word, wood types. It's very cool. I'm looking very much forward to those. And of course, in addition to that, we have I would call the talk of the town, we have our new netherite ingots, which I think is also something we've sorely needed. I mean, of course, everybody's been begging for a cave update, but something like that kind of is a step in the right direction. I mean, we've really needed some type of new material to kind of give us something else to add to the meta that isn't just, get to diamond and enchant it with efficiency, protection, unbreaking, you know what I mean, sharpness. We needed something else to just advance it, and I feel like this netherite does a really good job of doing just that. And frankly, I think it's a little rare right now from what I've heard, but I think the concept of it is there, and I think with a little tweaking, I think that they could get it to be something really very cool. And frankly, it'll just add more variety to the game. I mean, diamond won't just be the be-all, end-all. There will be another step beyond diamond. So I think it's very cool. I'm very excited for that. Just in general, exploring the nether will be way more interesting. Living in the nether might actually be viable, maybe. That is also a pretty interesting concept, so we'll have to see how that develops. But there are just so many new possibilities for this. It really does feel like an aquatic update style update, but in some ways it may even be better because of the fact that it's more fantastical. It's more thinking outside the box. It's not just your standard, this isn't real life, which is cool. I don't want to, discount it, obviously. The aquatic update was still a very good update, but this one requires a lot more creativity on the part of the developers, and I think they've really done a good job. I think they are doing a very good job so far. So hopefully they can keep developing it. Hopefully they can get, good performance, get all the bugs out, and just make it a really good update. I mean 1.15 was pretty good. I was small, but it was good. I think it was a fine addition. 1.14 was... I think 1.14 was kind of underwhelming. I feel like the village thing... I don't know. I mean, I haven't heard people talk about it the way I've heard people talk about the ocean update. I think it was just... I think the new blocks were cool in the previous update, but really, I don't think anything compares to the aquatic update in terms of, like, what it did to the game, what new features and what new blocks, and... I mean, it basically, like I just said, 1.16 will probably make living in the nether viable. I mean, before 1.13, living underwater pretty much wasn't viable, but now with the conduit and functional sponges, of course, have been in the game for a little bit longer, but things like that have really made living in underwater viable, and you can thrive, not just survive, but thrive. And I think this nether update might just do that. Might do just that for the nether, I should say. So it's very exciting. It is very exciting, and hopefully I will actually get a chance to explore some of those features at some point. Probably won't do it now because we're only one snapshot in, and I expect things will change dramatically. Like, for example, I talked about netherite being a little rare. Ooh, we got a lag spike there. I talked about netherite being very rare. I don't want to go into the nether and then have them be like, oh, netherite is a little rare right now. We're gonna triple the rate at which it appears, or something like that. And then it's like, well, now you gotta go really far out to get your netherite. So I should probably get way more wood than this. This is not enough. I actually didn't realize how underprepared I was for this episode. Maybe we won't even get to building a house at all. But hey, we're having a discussion about the new update, which is pretty cool. Probably won't do any like snapshot previews. I've kind of missed the boat on that. I'm not really in the position to make that timely of uploads, and frankly, you guys probably already have multiple other people doing just that anyway, and you guys could just play the snapshot yourself. So I'd rather just give my opinions on it. Of course, if you'd like to see what I'm talking about, just go download the snapshot. Just go play it. It runs pretty well. I wouldn't say there's like any major performance issues, nor did I find any game crashing bugs. Of course, I didn't spend too much time with it, but it's shaping up to be a really good update. And honestly, it is kind of amazing. Just sometimes I just still can't help but think we're on 1.16 already. I mean, I started playing the game when it was 1.4. I mean, it is 12 major updates since then. 12. I mean, that is a lot of updates. I've considered doing some type of video where I just talked about all those updates and gave my opinions on which ones were really good, which ones were mediocre, and of course, ones that were just stupid and didn't really do anything, like 1.10 and 1.11 and, gosh, what were some of the other ones? I don't know, I don't know if I want to spoil what my favorite update has been since I started playing. I mean, 1.13 was really good, but I don't know if I would consider it my favorite. I'm not sure which one I'd consider my favorite, honestly. I think there's a few that I could probably choose from. I know there's a few I couldn't choose from. I think my least favorite update was probably 1.10, and I'm sure I'm not alone in that camp, although I'm sure there's plenty of people who would absolutely love to give 1.9 another thrashing, even though it's been over 5 years. Actually, not over 5 years, it's almost coming up to 5 years since that update was released. But no, 1.9 was not my least favorite update. 1.9, people tend to forget that 1.9 did a lot more than change the combat. I mean, the 1.9 update basically did to the end what they're doing to the Nether right now. Maybe not to that extent, but they made the end a place that you could go and possibly even live in. I mean, you probably wouldn't want to live in the end, but you get what I mean. It made it more interesting to go to, I guess. So probably my least favorite update would have to be one of the just stupid small ones. Probably not 1.12 because that one changed building and I thought it was pretty good. It was small, but it was better than what we'd been getting. But yeah, I'd love to honestly make a video about the previous updates and talk about my thoughts and talk about the community's perception and looking back, was it really as bad as people say, and all this other stuff. Like, I will say this right now, when 1.9 released, I never thought that in 5 years we would still have servers like Hypixel or Mineplex still support 1.8. I honestly, I don't think I could have predicted that. I think even I thought, you know, come on guys, there's no way you can support 7 versions of Minecraft simultaneously, right? But that's exactly what they're doing. Somehow. I have no idea how they're actually able to pull that off, but they are. And it's amazing, but it's also kind of stupid at the same time. I don't know why they wouldn't drop support for something like, well, pretty much everything between 1.8 and 1.14. Why would you support it? I do not understand the point of that. Nobody's playing 1.10 anymore. That doesn't make any sense. Why support it? Alrighty guys, welcome back to this episode here. I apologize for the very weird cut. Actually from this and the last clip you just saw, has actually been a couple days. I've had some things come up and I was recording at a bit of an awkward time. I had some interruptions, so kind of took me a while to get back here, and then I quit out, and then stupid game on here, it logged me back, so I lost like a few minutes of progress, which was kind of frustrating, but I think things are okay right now. It took me a while to even get back here with like my skin, and it was locking me out of the marketplace. Not that I needed it, but it was just stupid. It's very, I gotta be honest, it's very unstable on the Switch right now. I don't know if that would be, I know Bedrock in general is not stable, but on the Switch in particular, it is really bad. I don't know why they can't get it to work very well in here, but it is not good. So if these kinds of problems keep up, I may end up having to switch this world to another platform. Maybe I'll just play it on my computer, but we'll figure that out at another time. But for right now, things are functional and we are in the world, so that's a good place to start. So anyways, I have ourselves a stack or so of oak logs. As you can see, I've got a bit of glass. I have some birch logs as well. So I think we could just kind of start building here. So we're just going to obviously keep it pretty small. I'm going to also craft up a few extra torches now that we found some coal. That'll be good for now, I think. I think I set up a farm in the first episode over here somewhere. I believe I did. I do have a little bit of wheat. Probably gonna plant a little bit more if I can, though. Although I've only got one extra seed. That's not exactly ideal. Definitely gonna need some more stuff, though. Oh, good, we got some more. Perfect, perfect. Alright. That's very good. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just kind of let that hydrate for right now. So that way when we need to come back later, we can plant it. Maybe we can even try and get a couple more seeds here. So yeah, just kind of wrapping up my discussion, I guess, of the Nether update. Should go without saying, I'm pretty excited for it, actually, even though we're just only getting started with the snapshots. But it honestly looks really good. So I'm very excited for it. And I hope to be recording something for Java Edition. Right now, I switched out my computer's hard drive to a solid-state drive, so I was a bit of an idiot and I didn't get my Bandicam license. So I have to rebuy the software. I cannot figure out what email account I bought it on. There's pretty much nothing I could do, so I'm just gonna have to go ahead and rebuy it, which is not the end of the world. It's not super expensive, but I have to do that before I can start recording any computer games. So that's just a heads up there for you to know. All right. There was one other block I was going to look for because I'm sure we will probably want to use it. Maybe not necessarily in this episode, but certainly in a future part. I wanted to find some clay because, as you know, you cannot build a house in Minecraft and not use some flower pots. Flower pots are just astounding. They're just awesome. And we're in a flower forest of all places, so that might be a good idea. Alright, so there's a ravine over here. I can't remember if I saw that in the first episode. I think we did. Oh yeah, we did, because we were over here. This is where we got our glass from. So that's good to know. Oh, you know what? Maybe there's some clay over here. I can't remember. I didn't look in the pond here, but I bet there's a good chance there might be some over here. So let's go have a look. Oh yeah, there's a bit of clay in here. That'll work for us. Okay, so why don't we just mine this up? Just a little bit. I just want to have a handful of them available, so this one patch of clay should do the trick. So that'll be just fine. Oops. There we go. We got 48. Got a couple more over here. 52. Okay, that's plenty. So that'll definitely get us started. So we'll go put those in the furnace before we get going here. So I think I'll probably just do a very basic layout, I'm thinking. Nothing too complicated here. So we'll just stick those in there. Okay, I think this should be a pretty decent area for us to work with. I don't want to go too close over there just because I'm actually, you know, another thing I should probably do because I'm just getting so distracted here is why don't I quickly make some fences and get maybe a quick, oops, I need some more sticks. Need some more of you. That's what I need, yes. That we can get some more fences here. Items. And construction. Yeah, that should do it. Let me, we can trap this guy in here. Although, actually, you know what? Oh, no, I have wheat. Never mind. I have wheat. So we could just do a quick pen right over here. See, we'll slap that right there. Okay, oops. Alright, nice. We'll do this, Yeah, if I don't get him now, he will just despawn. So I might as well kind of start grabbing some animals and then as they kind of spawn in, because if you don't play the Bedrock Edition, the spawning of passive mobs doesn't work exactly the same as it does on Java. Actually, that's one thing that Bedrock is arguably better at, because you can actually, you could kill off all the mobs, like, in your, initial area, and you would actually still be able to get mobs back, because they just are always spawning in the chunks, so it's actually pretty good. Oh, by the way, this hole here reminds me, yeah, one of the issues I actually had was, I was interrupted while I was recording, and then I paused the game, and then, of course, this is one of the downsides to the Bedrock Edition, is that it doesn't actually, like, pause. There is no such thing as a single player pause, which is stupid. It's really stupid. So if you have to go somewhere, why are you going the wrong way, dude? You have to actually, you actually have to like, oh man, oh boy, lag spike. You actually have to quit out of the game. It's really stupid. It's very bad. There's so many issues with Bedrock Edition. Honestly, I really hope that I actually can like survive through this and that it doesn't drive me up a wall, but I don't know. Okay, now that we got that, let me throw some of this stuff away so I can try and not get so distracted here with a bunch of nonsense, as you might call it. Just keep the bare essentials here. Okay, throw that away. So, let me just grab some cobblestone real fast here, and then we can kind of sketch out an outline for this build. But before we start doing that, I think I'm actually going to end the second episode, guys, because it is starting to get a little bit long. I'm going to go right now, though, ahead and actually start recording the third episode, which should be up pretty soon. So, if you did enjoy my ramblings about the Nether update, you know, I appreciate it. That was really just kind of what I wanted to talk about in that last episode, so... yeah, anyways, third episode should be coming up soon, so stick around for that, and this is JoePickle14 signing out. Remember, everybody, play Minecraft and eat bacon. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.